So I think clients have to go through that process of being bitten, purchasing maybe the right type of product, but maybe from the wrong type of person initially, to then go about the next time and be more careful about the purchase. I'm going to speak today about the trusted advisor in relevance to my industry, which is the life insurance and the financial services business. In our industry, when you get into a transaction or a relationship with a client, the intent should be to be able to last out the service proposition to the client at the end of the product. So for instance, if I've sold a savings or an investment proposal to a client or a life insurance plan to the client, the idea or the purpose behind the plan is to meet that goal, whether it's education of a child 13 or 15 years from now, whether it's the delivery of a check on the event of a death in the family as a life insurance payout, or any of the other possible outcomes of that. The point is, when we're entering into that relationship, the mindset of the advisor needs to be more long-term rather than more transactional. Over the last few years, what we've seen is the number of people coming in and leaving out of the country at a quicker pace has just hastened. Where people are coming in with the thought process that, hey, I need to make some money, I need to save some money, I need to grab some money, and I need to go. So transiency in this part of the world is kind of affecting the life insurance and financial services business negatively, which is why I always urge advisors to think about long term. While there's no way for us to actually ensure that we will be around longer than the client, whether in Dubai or in this world, we need to enter that agreement with the client thinking about whether we will be able to service that client long term or not. It's not unlikely for an advisor or a client to leave the country 3, 4, 5, 8 years down the line. It's also not unlikely for clients who have purchased products and services from large firms or banks to be left unattended because the advisor may have now moved from one industry to another or one provider to another. My entire mindset around the life insurance business goes to the fact that I want to be the person that shows up with the check if the worst thing happens. If my client has to pass away, when he put his policy in place with me, his thoughts were, Rickson's going to show up with a check and make sure my spouse, my children are taken care of, that they don't have any issues. When I start a client relationship with somebody, there is a qualifier or a disqualifier, if you want to call it that. I don't interact in any form of business with an individual that I don't foresee having dinner with or lunch with at my house with my family. So the thought process around clientele is blended with my thought process around life, relationships, friends, and family. It has to be a long-term thought process. It can't be just need-driven, that I need commission, they need a policy. I think the first time people purchase life insurance, they get very transactional about it. They compare quotes, they check on pricing, they want to buy the best product, the cheapest product, and they don't care who the advisor may be in the first instance. But once someone is bitten once, so once they've purchased that cheap product, it may be from a great company, but they got the best price point through one advisor, but that's it. That advisor never called them after that, never kept in touch, never maintained a relationship. And even now, when the client thinks, oh, I've got a problem with my product, I needed service, they don't even remember the name of the person or the contact details of that person who sold them the product to begin with. And we see this constantly with our clients. They said, hey, I just checked LinkedIn and my advisor has taken up another job somewhere else. It's not even in the life insurance industry. So this happens on a regular basis. So I think clients have to go through that process of being bitten, purchasing maybe the right type of product, but maybe from the wrong type of person initially, to then go about the next time and be more careful about the purchase. Because bearing in mind over here, that the end goal of this product is to deliver a paycheck to your family if something goes wrong or when they need it the most. If the advisor that made the sale to you is no longer in touch with you for any reason at all whatsoever, then you've already got problems. So I believe that clients have to go through that learning curve. They have to make the error. And the second time around, hopefully, they look for people who are more long-term rather than a product which is cheaper or discounted or rebated in any form or way.